9 a.m. Let's open with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
John, I agree with the Commissioner at Franklin County. We did the Pledge of Allegiance Friday at our board meeting.
Oh, did you?
In our offices. He doesn't, when he stops, there's no hesitation.
Everything go good at the board meeting, or?
It was actually pretty decent. There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But, we're going to be sending out we'll call them care packages to all the commissioners, and some things from CCAO probably sometime in November, since we won't be able to, they're not going to have a physical winter conference.
Yeah.
So it was a way that staff thought, well, that might be kind of just to stay in touch. But John Honig still talked a lot about the CARES Act.
Yeah.
You can, apparently Ford makes a cruiser that is there's social distancing between the driver and the prisoner.
Oh, yeah?
Williams County is spending $200,000 of their money to buy some new cruisers for the sheriff.
Yeah, I thought Brian said that.
I'm not saying we should.
Yeah, no, but
because it always comes to bite you later. You pick out some nice stuff, and we add, and all of a sudden now we added a person to it.
Yeah, I would never add. I would replace. Yeah, if we could replace them with some, that would be. But we just did that. We just replaced, and
all of a sudden you've got your rotation where
screws up your
rotation. It may not hit
rotation.
you for 4 years, but at 50 year you're replacing double or triple what you normally would.
You know, I saw in the mills, and that just reminded me when you said it. Is he still hiring deputies? Is Mike still hiring deputies? I mean, it looked like that might have been a deputy possibly.
I think he was still trying. I think he still has one more spot he wants to.
Okay.
He's been trying to fill.
Okay.
It just hasn't been easy to do.
Yeah.
It's just like everything else. There's just not the people out there to hire.
Yeah.
And can't union.
Yeah.
And the danger of raising your starting rate is it will force everybody else to.
Yeah. I don't know what's he starting at.
I don't know.
Because we just talked about that at CCNO the other day. Our rate, well, it was a virtual meeting, but our rate is 19. Within a year, you're at $20.
Started out at 19?
Yeah, started out at 19.
Well, I noticed more and more companies are starting their benefits at 60 days.
Yeah.
And I've even seen some at 30.
Yeah.
And just to
track people in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, well, why don't we get about business?
Yeah, we might as well get to work.
Stay
talking about that. I did the bills earlier.
Some new readers today that have been supposed to take care of blue light, like from computer screens.
How's it working?
I don't know, just got them last night.
I wonder if
Walmart.
they have a line in the prescription or
They're just
readers?
No. I was in Defiance. I went to a real Walmart.
Tell me about it.
I thought, holy cow.
I'm getting caramel. To make caramel apples because they was getting great for too much. One caramel apples before. They didn't have caramel.
You go to the, in Lindsay Finance,
Yeah.
their, probably Monday wasn't the best day to go, but their paper aisle, toilet paper was pretty well wiped out.
Oh, wow.
You know, the length of their row is double of what Napoleon's is.
I like Boston's Walmart. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a large one, just like Lindsay
Have you
Finance.
been in the, oh, shit, that grocery store they remodeled, how's the name of it, down the other end from Walmart, I forget it. They just
Detroit?
Huh?
Where at?
In Defiance.
Old,
Yeah.
discount store.
Yeah, the discount
They
store.
remodeled that?
Yeah,
Oh.
Aldi's, yeah, thank you. Yeah, they remodeled that.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice in there. My wife and I went in there the other day to get stuff for the church, and they got the prices on wine in there.
Really?
Yeah,
$2 chop, huh?
yeah, $2 shot.
And it's $2 no more.
No.
$5 or $6 every.
Mhm. Okay, would there be a motion to approve budget adjustments?
I will make that motion.
I would second that. Is that the one you were talking about there?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
payment
that's-
from,
Transportation.
transportation.
Yeah, I put it in this
Yeah,
one, this
okay.
so they already pulled it out
Yeah, okay.
of capital. And so
Okay.
they're putting it back in capital.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah, just like we wanted.
Yep.
Mhm. Well, good. That's what when I saw it last night, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so I looked it up and I'm like, miscellaneous.
Well, you know, when we start moving stuff around, to track better,
In the end, it works out, but.
yeah, it does.
In the process, sometimes it's.
But it might take a couple of years
Yeah.
for it to
Right.
settle down.
Find his home.
Yeah.
I emailed Dean, and I still haven't heard back on the airport portion. Are there very many people around from Henry County? Okay. Did you see Jim?
Rob and Pat were there, McCoy. I saw a couple of people doing it for me.
Debbie said her cousin was gonna go there, the one I told you about. She was gonna be there. Sandy, she said she was gonna be there.
Yeah, yep, I saw her.
Did you?
Diane Brooks was there.
Oh,
She posted a picture. I'm not sure where she was.
gotcha.
Because if you were facing the podium, you were to the right, weren't you?
I was to the left.
You were to the left.
I'm facing the podium, to the right, you're correct, yes.
Okay, she was too. She was up.
Okay. She may have been in the same section, I don't
Could
know.
be.
Yeah.
Did you get a reserve section before you went, or was it just, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if it was first come, first served, or,
The normal tickets, but yeah, we've got what's called expedited, just a separate entry. And then you wear a tag and they sign it as a section.
Cool.
Yeah,
So you'd have to wait, so.
otherwise you're standing too.
Was he there quite a while? I didn't get to see it on TV. I
He
missed
got there
it.
about a little after 7:30, he was there an hour and a half.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, so only a half hour late, he was supposed to be there at 7, but
And he came from,
from Dayton.
okay.
So once we knew he left me, what's it, probably a 20-minute flight, I guess, and I had no idea. He wasn't waiting for home.
That was probably
Yeah,
something.
They go wherever they want to go. You clear out.
Yeah.
It's like, there was no air traffic from, I think, 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, for 30 miles out, and that even affects Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
So Detroit has to reroute all their traffic and have them come in from the north, circle around, depending on the wind, circle around either to the east side, or they do have north-south, come in from the west. And that's from the ground up to, I think, 30,000 feet. But it's just clean.
It's a big great job for them for that long
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a president that he traveled a lot. He kept his jet busy, in the private business. Seems like he's in the air about every day.
Yeah.
And even before it was to campaign for, president.
That's right.
What did we buy?
I don't know.
Murphy tractor.
Steel power match.
48-inch ditch bucket.
Oh, must be a backhoe. 110,000.
88, whatever an 88G is.
Yeah, an 80, yeah. That's an 85G.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Whew. Where did you see 88? Did you see it?
No, I thought it was,
Okay.
it kind of looks,
Okay, then that's all right. I was just gonna see if I was seeing it right.
I can't even see the 8 or the 5.
That's an
I see the G.
TV's that way.
Yeah. That ditch bucket, that's probably a 110,000, that's probably about right.
Is it a backhoe then, or what is it?
Probably backhoe, yeah, that's what I figured. Or maybe a small excavator, I doubt you could buy a small excavator for that.
Couldn't buy a backhoe for 110.
Oh.
What'd you say, 85G?
6'11" arm, steel pads, 18-inch steel pads, with blade. With blade, oh, that might be a small excavator. With blade, steel pad, 18-inch. Yeah, but you wouldn't have steel pads on an excavator though. 6'11" arm.
Looks like a backhoe.
Yeah.
Excavator, yep. Excavator, yep.
Where'd you see it?
I got it on Google.
Oh, okay. So it is an excavator.
85G excavator, yep.
Okay. So I wonder what the steel pads are for then. 18-inch steel pads. I wonder if those are the,
It's a small
yeah,
excavator.
okay.
Because it's got the little
Little
blade on the
blade
front.
that's, yeah, it says with blade. That's what it made me think, you know. It's 6'11" arm, yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine's a little bit bigger than that.
Oh, the forklifts here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I was sitting over next door,
They were all
last
rolling
shot.
yesterday.
And I saw on the one camera, the forklift zip through. Eric was out test drive, running.
Well,
And the next thing you know, he's trying to get in over here, and he parked it out here in front so we could go over.
Yeah.
It's nice,
Where's it now?
over in the Buckeye Building.
Let's take a look at it, then.
so there's no reason to,
Take it for a ride.
oh, there we are,
There you
working.
go. Can you drive it?
I could. Have a look. Maybe two.
Okay. Even,
I'm in handy probably, huh?
on this forklift, you know, you can get
Side
the side
shift.
shift,
Yeah.
but you can also get the forks that you
Oh, yeah?
can shift, and that has this.
Really?
So this is.
Well, that's pretty fancy. I gotta get off and move mine,
Yeah.
and pinch your fingers and get greasy and.
Yeah, we did too. But just didn't think at the time that was, you know,
That's just, yeah.
a waste of money. Well, he wasn't the one that was getting off and
Yeah.
having that either.
But I tell you what, I thought that doing that when you're younger is a lot easier than when you're 70.
Eric said they're gonna have, highway garage when they're out with one of their service trucks that has a torch on it. Come and cut a hole in the end of one of the forks so they could put a ball on.
Yeah.
So they can move trailers around, because they'll have to pull, to start moving stuff, they'll have to pull the boat out.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Yeah.
And move that. So why try to hook it on a truck
Yep,
when,
that'd be a good, yeah.
yeah.
As long as that boat isn't heavy, that's not a heavy boat. I can't move my boat with the boat that's in my shed, with my forklift.
Okay, would there be a motion to approve then and now?
I will make that motion.
I'll second.
Did we vote on budget adjustments? Okay. All right, if there's no further discussion on then and now, Christie?
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Al Haska,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes, this resolution is approved.
Yeah, we did. I remember it now.
But you could probably talk me out of it. We have this proclamation. Brent did not know she was coming in or not, so whenever you get to it, we can do it. I'll just take a picture of it. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can do it this morning. Okay, we've got, our next resolution is, how to put the out-of-county traffic for JFS. We'll give it to Jeff and let him. Would there be a motion?
I will make that motion.
Would there be a second?
I'll second.
All right, and the discussion is, we'll each review it and
Okay.
notice they were next door, they were still in fine form this morning.
They're doing what?
They were in fine form this morning. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, that's something in our budget this year that, hardly used any money out of has been travel. And that's pretty well.
Yeah.
And that's not such a bad thing.
I've had several because I've been going to NOCAC a lot. Went there yesterday.
For the last few months, but from March to
Yeah,
Yeah.
August, it was like,
We started at 7 o'clock yesterday morning, and I was still there at 11:30. I got home about 12.
you had to be over in Defiance at 7?
Huh?
You had to be in Defiance?
I was in Defiance at 7, yeah. Yeah. We did interviews for, to replace Deb Gherkin yesterday.
All of them?
Yes, did 5 of them. And we think we hired one, but I told, you guys wouldn't know Maria, but I told her, but I said, I'm not gonna say that out, because I don't know for sure if Deb told her yet, so.
All right, we have another.
We did vote on that.
We did, okay. Christie?
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Al Haska,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes, this resolution is approved.
Yes, we did. We voted on it.
So
Now we voted twice on it.
we did that?
Yeah.
No, we didn't. Our discussion was reviewing the,
I was paying.
Oh, that was the other, I'm sorry, you're right, we didn't vote on that, you're right, yeah. My apology.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I won't argue. I'll take
No, that's it, I would never argue again.
No, I'm right.
I just text Tom, I got a reply back from him, I'll let you know. Okay, we have another resolution for snow removal. Yeah, I hate to think about that.
And he, did a 3-year, he come to us, it was early spring, and wanted to know if he could do a couple of year at a time. That would guarantee us and him, and it's here, truck with U-Plow, $135 an hour, Bobcat with snowback, $180 an hour, and then salt applied per ton is $265.
How's that compared to last year, do you remember?
Well, it was, we used them last year, but we never had a contract with them.
Oh, we didn't?
Year before, it was Niles, and
Yeah.
it was totally different. They did it 1 to 2 inches.
Right, yeah. Yeah, but
This is
they
just gonna be the time.
yeah. Yeah, just the time, yeah, and that's all right.
Mhm.
They did good last year.
I thought they did a good job last year, yeah. We didn't have, of course, we don't have much, nothing like, you know, we used to have, yeah, but.
Well, 215.
It seems like every time we turn around, we're out here.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's snow
Yeah.
with their big box plate.
Yeah.
To do this parking lot, doesn't really take all that long. It's bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, back there.
Because you can't.
It's hard
If you
to,
go to, you know, if you go to push it out, you don't have very far to go.
yeah,
Like this, you can set up where you just,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
long ways.
They'd have to plow that back there.
North and-
They'd have to use a plow to get, oh, thank you.
Okay, we have, yeah, that, here's why that resolution over here.
Oh, that's enough of that.
Sorry.
It's a big run over
In the wind. You make out for the wind.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank you,
that
John.
was a right crosswind. You didn't correct the wind. Okay. Oh, this is the one that's on, okay.
Yeah, there's offset.
Yeah, here's the salt, yeah.
Okay. This is, for the snow removal at Henry County Office Complex, Oakwood Avenue for 2020 through 2023. And, we've used, Custom Turf Solutions, out of Waseon, Ohio. They, it was, going into last year, snow season, Naggles were not interested anymore. And, I think in part, having, doing Campbell's,
Yeah.
it was pretty dicey for them to get here.
Yeah, I think so.
And, get us opened up where, so, we didn't have any other interest. There was former employer, former employee up there.
Who is it?
Rick used to work for Lindsay.
Oh,
So we have, as Chrissy mentioned, a truck with, a U-plow, which I would assume is one of those that
Yeah,
folds.
yeah,
At 135 an hour Bobcat with snow block box at 180, and install application per ton, install $365 per ton. This will run for a period of October 15, 2020 through April 15, 2023. Will there be a motion?
I will make that motion.
I was second.
Wonderful. Is there any further discussion? Other to say, the few times that it worked last year,
Yeah.
they were here.
Yeah, they did a good job. I thought they did a good job.
So with that said, Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Bob Humphrey?
Yes.
Glenn Moore? No, I haven't gone yet. Are you now? Yeah,
Okay, we have another resolution. Resolution E. Oh, Lindsay.
Bob has that.
I have it right here. I'll sign it.
That's for the potential sub-grant agreement between GSS and Learning. Which is Silver Lane, not to exceed $27,000.
We have a contract. Contract with them, yeah, she has.
This is actually an extension of.
Excuse me. All right, yeah, as Christie said, that's basically how the resolution reads. It's an amount not to exceed, $27,000 and runs from October 1, 2020 through, September 30, 2021. Would there be a motion?
I will make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, further discussion? According to Christie, that, this is an extension of the contract, and, with that said, Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Bob Hoskins?
Yes.
Yes, this resolution is approved.
We have another extension of slip grant group from GFS, the National Youth Advocate Program.
Do you know where that's at?
Craig, so,
No, the National Youth Advocate Program.
it should be on one of those pages in there, Jeff.
Where this is located?
Yeah.
And the sub-grant agreement is not to exceed $65,000. It is from October 1, 2020 through September 30, 2021. Would there be a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Would there be a second?
I'll second.
Okay, discussion? Did you find it, Christie?
Is that something we've done, is that a normal one?
Yeah.
Nation, or is that the?
That one, yeah, I
Or is
don't
it,
remember.
is it that new one they got? No, they talked a little bit about a new one yesterday, somebody did.
Okay. If there's no further discussion, Christie?
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Hudson,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes, this resolution is approved. This is our wellness program. We walk the resolutions around so they can sign.
Yeah.
Just acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
You tried to pay for airplane number, but.
Yeah, it did.
And it has to be treated just right to sign on the table.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another resolution. Resolution G. Christie, you just want to read it?
Yes, this is a matter of proposal from Nolan Company for Administrative Assistance Office. Excuse me. The board approval proposal for the Administrative Assistance Office renovation in the amount of $9,950. You don't have to sign it, because I'm.
Great, would there be a motion?
I will make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Further discussion, just for the record, that is the window area of Hannah's office. To provide additional protection from COVID and any of the other stuff that comes along. With that said, there's no other discussion, Christie?
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Hudson,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes, motion is approved.
I'm gonna go ahead and just sign the report so we can give it to them.
Okay, not done yet?
Oh, no, I'm not gonna, we get started on that?
No, wait for a signature from the secretary. But now I can.
Okay, call me. Start today. Today is the 20th.
22nd, yeah. I get it.
All right, we've got, Resolution H is that's for the demolition of those two buildings over at Malden, over at the youth camp.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to act on it. I don't think they really talked to any Henry County contractors
Yeah.
to see if they were available. And maybe they did, I haven't had the conversation.
Are you talking about,
The demolition of those.
yeah, Mr. Schmink, ODNR is the one who called me. I mean, we did get something from her, and then he called me again asking about it. That we had to approve it before, here we go before that.
Okay, that's fine, he's just doing his
Right.
job. And if he would call back, or you're to let him know what happened today, is tell him that, we want to talk with Jenna Cross and request that they pursue getting Henry County contractor. I know it's not a big job, but it's still.
Still in the county contractor, we got plenty of them.
And since we have the ability to do that.
Unless they have, and everybody turned them down, but I very much doubt that.
I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think.
I would think.
I wouldn't think. Okay, it is 9:31, and we have a bid opening for the EOC storage room renovation at Oakwood Plaza. Ms. Ann?
As coming, there was one last minute submission that she's praying out right now. We're over to. No.
Somebody's got to open them.
I think while you're waiting to get that stuff there, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm going to get more coffee. Oh, I'm good, thank you.
I guess I am open.
Oh, thanks. I know they like this.
You got a knife? Oh. Need a knife?
That was fine.
I got one right here.
This chair is dangerous.
Just for the record, there's some interested parties next door over in the EOC watching this.
I know that.
Off of YouTube.
Yep.
And when I walked in, I was still sitting in his chair.
Don't hurt yourself.
So the health commissioner sitting here counting, what's the time delay? Until I get it all. So, Tracy?
Yeah, I'm waiting, she has one more, she's bringing here, good, printing out. And there she is.
Do that, do that.
She has all that.
Take one and pass it down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
Thank you, ma'am.
Last one there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Looks like we have 7 bidders.
Yes. All right, I'll go down the list.
Do these need bid bonds in there? Is that part of this?
Yes.
Okay.
The first one, obviously, Baker Schindler. And total of $282,250. 208,250. And
200?
one more time. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I said it wrong, maybe. Next one. 208,250. 208,250.
Yeah.
208,250. I just said it.
$308,250.
Yes, I didn't say it wrong. And they have a bid bond.
Okay.
This one is Malanza.
on, Ms. Tracy?
Yes, well,
I'm not.
$311,500. And there's a bid bond. Sorry about my phone blowing up.
Now you can go and see yourself.
Dotson, they do have a bid bond and all that, and their amount is $187,760. 187,760. Well, bid bond and all that is there, and their amount is $191,620. 191,620. I guess I became a popular person this morning. Of course, when something's going on.
What's nice about any government project is when they're or awarded.
Delmarva Company, they do have a bid bond and everything, and their amount is $239,499. 239,499. And the next. They have a bid bond, and their amount is $219,000. 219,000. And the last is Rose Rock, and they have a bid bond and all that in here. $184,321. 184,321. So.
Okay, just so, you all that are here,
Yep. Excuse me, Commissioner.
this project is dependent on funding that's going to be coming out of Columbus with the CARES Act money. The state legislature is still holding $650 million that belongs to the counties and local government. The Senate two weeks ago unanimously passed releasing that money. Now the House, with their issues that they have had and are still having, is going to a full hearing instead of going to the floor for a vote. They're having a hearing today, so I don't know if the intent is to vote it out of committee today and have it on the floor tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know. But we'll need at least probably a week. Why don't we, just to make sure we have enough time, review these bids?
Tuesday or Thursday?
I think probably Thursday.
The first?
Yeah.
Anytime.
Let me get there. Why don't you make it for 9:30, Christie? And we have all, our email addresses and all that, are they in there, so we could also kind of notify you if we hear anything out of Columbus as what's going on. But our intent would be if Columbus releases the money, that we would go ahead and award the bid on October 1. That may be delayed because of whatever's going on in Columbus. And now, honestly, I wouldn't think the representatives will mess around too long, because many of them are up for re-election. And the last groups who want to get upset at you are counties, local governments, and so forth. So hopefully we'll see that. So will there be a motion to table this until October 1st, 9:30 a.m.?
I will make that motion.
Is there a second?
I would second it.
Okay. Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Bob Hudson?
Yes.
Glenn Miller?
Yes. This is tabled until October 1, 2020 at 9:30 a.m.
And we're supposed to go through and get these ready and reviewed, correct?
Correct.
And I already made an appointment with the prosecutor to come over and help review them with me.
Okay. Might, I would suggest either Tim or Clark.
I will also
Maybe.
get
Mm-hmm.
Tim over here, because Tim, I'm sure, will be more than willing to help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has. And Tim, I'm talking about the county engineer. So, with that, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Can I make a copy of what you made, and then I'll make my sheet up and get it done? I'll make a copy of yours real quick. Or you see-
Oh, yeah, okay, I gotta get a copy of the,
There's a lot of discrepancy there.
Yeah.
A lot of difference. I'm hoping they're the same.
Okay,
I mean,
Well, I have to read it.
yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it.
I have to read it.
I mean, from the top to the bottom is a boatload of money.
Well, if you look at a bunch of them, it's very, very bones of, they're not gonna do a lot. It's get it ready, get it, you know what I'm saying? So, once again, we have to write this all up and give it to you and let you look at it and determine it.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to,
yeah, right, yeah, that's what I was getting at. I guess they all got the same stuff in there. I mean, they all read the same,
I think they're all the same except for
Except for one.
the one.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is what it is.
table that at this page.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go back over there and, keep showing up my zero bar.
Okay, by the time you get there, you will see yourself leave.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Tracy.
Oh, and just so you know, Civic Plus called me.
What did they?
Yes, she did. And I forwarded the contracts.
Okay, wonderful.
Based on what we anticipate.
Well,
So, I'm just trying to stay one step ahead of everything, and so,
and
you guys still have to review everything, and so is the prosecutor. I'm just trying to get paperwork going.
Yep, yep.
Otherwise, we'll be waiting for days again.
Yeah, right.
Should we get that email from?
Yes, from Ashland County? Yes, I already answered it.
Tracy's gonna take care of
I already
it.
took her yesterday, answered, and I said, if you want a more detailed explanation, ask for it, and she didn't reply back, so I guess you like what I said. So,
Wonderful.
And I had one from from Putnam County, replied again, to clear up some things. They want to release their program this week, but they don't have any idea how to do it. So I gave her a very brief, then we had a committee, EMA director was in charge, of the administration of that money. We had a committee that reviewed the applications and, you know, commissioners approved for the board, auditor cut the checks, people came in and picked up the checks and. All right, we are not going to act on,
Just table that.
why don't we do that? Resolution H is to approve the request for demolition of 2 modular buildings on the Maumee, youth camp or youth center, that are no longer being used, and that's being leased from us, from the state of Ohio to Genicross. And, I would ask that this be tabled until we get some further information. Would there be a motion?
I will make that motion.
I would second that.
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Hosta,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes, this resolution is tabled.
Who's gonna call her?
I'll email both of them.
Okay. They basically did us no favors in our last dealings with them, so.
No, because, you know, just quickly, Deschler, Sean Punches,
Panning?
Pannings.
They just use Spicers.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Mhm. And they may not know.
Yeah.
Or somebody may have known of this company, but, you know, we try to let them know, we try to do everything in the county
Yeah.
if we can.
Yep.
Okay, we have another resolution. That's signed.
Thank you.
Okay. Christie, did you want to go ahead and read that?
Approve the, program year 2020 Community Development Program and for grant BF201BF1 for the period of September 1st, 2020 through October 31st, 2022 in the amount of $150,000. And there are a couple of things.
What comes out of that?
Pardon?
Community development, what comes out of community development program? Yeah, I can't.
The CDBG program?
Oh.
This is that 2-year.
Oh, that's that one. Okay, I got it.
Program that we select the projects.
Yep.
Next, we're doing 18th right now, finishing up.
Yep, right.
All right, would there be a motion?
I will make that motion.
Is there a second?
I would second.
Thank you, sir. Is there further discussion? Again, this was when you started being commissioner, Bob, this was something we did.
Every year.
We did every
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
And then.
Just got changed.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago,
it was
changed it every 2
Yeah,
years.
2 years, yeah.
This is the second cycle, second time
Yeah.
of the 2 years.
Yeah. Yes, it is. You're right.
Yeah. And we do have Deschler is getting some of this money, and I don't remember where,
Yeah.
because for demolition of a building and something else. And I don't, who else did we? I don't remember. I'll look up. Yeah. Okay.
She's like, that's what mine is.
Well, with that said, Christie?
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Hosta,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes, this resolution is approved. Okay, and we have one final resolution.
This is for the, with Grayberg Cabinet Company that we sent our now in the amount of $13,400 for the commissioners' meeting room, the table, and desk, he does want 10% down, so I've got that invoice here, along with 2 copies of the contract and it's just kind of gives the drawings along with the resolution.
Okay, wonderful. Right now, until that project is, I think, put through, I don't know if it's, everybody signed off on it or not. If we need to, just to keep it going, is go out of the, what is it, 53,770 account, COVID expense. We could do the down payment out of that.
Okay.
Is that gonna allow, I seen that, I saw an email from Lindsay about the carpeting taking 8 to 12 weeks. Is that gonna screw that up? Is that enough time?
No, he wanted to be able to set it on bare floor.
Oh, he wanted to set it on the bare floor.
I'm
Okay.
assuming we'll go ahead and pay for that carpet up front though.
Yeah, but, yeah, I meant,
More by December.
Let's see.
Well, that's-
I have issues of paying.
I do too, but, well, that's what I was getting at. If we, can we just encumber it? It's not encumbered, it's gotta be spent. Is that the rules?
Yeah. Thought is changing on that.
Well, that's what I'm questioning, my question.
I did some reading, is that if you had it encumbered and you could get it closed out by mid-February 2021, you were all right. That is not fact, it's just something that I've read is being proposed.
Okay.
So,
Well, we can always cut the check and just hold on to it. Put it in the safe.
probably, that would be a good question for Kevin.
Or he can hold on to it.
As long as we can hold on to history here, that was a good idea.
Yeah, well, we can't get in the safe anyhow.
Yeah.
Yes, Frank got in it.
Oh, did he?
Well, we could just let him hold it.
Yeah, just let, let Kevin, yeah.
This resolution, for the record, this resolution we're acting on is we're using some of our CARES Act money to be able to permanently social distance the commissioners and the clerk in the meeting room. I think overall it's going to be a nice change. We would not have considered it had it not been that we would have grant money to be able to do it.
Right.
And I think the best thing for Henry County is whether philosophically you agree with grant money, coming and using it, I still feel it's our duty as commissioners to do the best we can fiscally, and this is to accept this grant money, because otherwise, it's gonna be coming out of our general fund.
Yeah.
And we probably wouldn't do exactly that, but this is a rare opportunity.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I think that's well said.
Did we have a motion in a second? So would there be a motion?
Yeah, we'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, if there's no further discussion,
Jeff Myers.
Yes.
Bob Hoster.
Yes.
And Bud Miller.
yes, this resolution is approved.
I also have the resolution, the quote, from Lindsay for this room. Did you want to hold off on that then? I didn't know where that was at.
Let's wait until Thursday.
Okay.
Otherwise, I supposedly, or don't say what you really want to say, Glenn. I want the quote, to get this work done here, since we're looking at, if we're changing the carpet out, we're looking at 8 to 12 weeks possibly to get the carpet. This needs to be done, and it's bogged down in our system of approval process, and it's from what I've read, it's well within our rights to declare this an emergency, simply because we have a date that we have to meet in the future and meet it. So I'm comfortable with waiting till Thursday. For a job like this, it's just a matter of getting 3 quotes. We do not have to bid it, because, we have sent one out, to a local contractor, never heard back from him.
Oh,
So that would count as,
yeah. That was,
now we have 2.
yeah,
We had a gentleman in here yesterday, and, if it's not back by Thursday, we'll just go. But also he would qualify as the 3rd.
you mean for this desk?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's the desk, but everything else.
Oh, everything else.
And then it's for the changing of the bulb.
Oh, that
You know,
stuff,
the
okay.
stuff that-
Oh,
Figure
okay,
that out.
That Lindsay came in and looked at,
Okay.
and,
okay.
No carpet.
getting this and new carpet. And it may be, we may need to check to see if that's for carpet, no matter what.
Yeah,
If there's some that we can get sooner, we may need to change. I'm just, so we can get,
because I hate to go on what you think might happen, and then later on, that grant money's gone, yeah. Yeah, we have to do.
Yeah, we keep hoping.
And when I read her email, that's exactly what I thought. Is she telling us this, saying, maybe you wanna look around, because I know she would like to do it, but or is everybody out that far? Who knows?
Well, yeah, it's the carpet.
Yeah,
The only thing on
Yeah.
the estimate from Mel Lanzer
yeah,
was the carpet. Everything else can happen.
yeah,
Lindsay's needs work for her guys,
yeah.
and so that can happen quickly. It's gonna be the same thing, in the corner, pizza shop. That's gonna be able to happen quickly. These people,
Yeah,
by the number of bids,
yeah, oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
an indication
Yeah.
of,
My biggest fear was that there was such a big difference, are they all bidding exactly the same, or did some of them bid on less and less of it? Because I kinda thought we wanted a complete project, from start to finish.
that's what it is. And this is really, design build.
Yeah,
That the general contractor is responsible for getting a set of prints signed off by the state of Ohio
yeah,
and go at it.
Is that in everything, they know that, right?
okay.
I was worried. Especially like prevailing wage and stuff, will they take care of that?
I don't think prevailing wage will, but, yeah, they're supposed, it's all, for us, that's the way to do it. It's, you take care of it.
Yeah,
And, we set the completion date, and so,
Not have much work.
no, it's not, companies, individuals are starting to, with that extra money that came out, $2,400 a couple,
yeah,
help. Sure got, Menards, Lowe's, Builders, Home Depot, all those, because there's a lot of home projects. But, as far as having much government work going into the fall and winter, there isn't.
mhm,
And the only reason we're doing something is because it's grant money.
we have free money, yeah.
It's grant money.
Yes, sir.
So we'll just hold that until Thursday and, deal with that on Thursday.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
And that, House Finance Committee meeting is on, I think, the Ohio Channel at 1:00.
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hoops is on that committee.
Okay.
I was planning on, trying to watch a little bit and maybe sending a snarky comment.
Right?
I don't think his House Bill 6 committee,
Yeah, how's that going? I haven't heard anything.
I haven't talked to him. I don't know, have you talked to him, Jeff?
No, not about that, no.
I have seen advertisements about call or write Jim Boots to repeal House Bill 6. There's stuff popped up on Facebook and different places that I've seen. Okay, this thing for Graber, Christie, I need to have some copies, we need to get some copies next door of some dimensions
Yes.
or some.
I'll just scan it out, so.
Yes, for some additions that we're making to that. We do have a proclamation. It's for, a proclamation for September 25th as Disabled American Veterans Day, celebrating 100 years.
Do you guys want to sign it and make a picture, or?
Yeah, I would like to read it. And then we can sign it.
Sign it, yeah.
What's that?
I said read it, yeah, I think.
And this is a proclamation for Disabled American Veterans Day. Whereas the Disabled American Veterans, DAV, was founded by World War I veterans in Memorial Hall, City of Cincinnati, Hamilton County, Ohio, on September 25, 1920. And whereas on September 25, 2020, the DAV celebrates 100 years of serving veterans of the armed forces, their families, and survivors in communities. And whereas the DAV is dedicated to a single purpose, empowering veterans to lead high-quality lives with respect and dignity. And whereas the DAV accomplishes this by ensuring veterans and their families have access to the full range of benefits available to them, by fighting for the interests of America's injured heroes, and by educating the public about the needs of veterans transitioning back to civilian life. And whereas the DAV provides free professional assistance to veterans and their families in obtaining benefits and services provided by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and other agencies. And whereas the DAV also provides outreach concerning its programs and services to the American people generally and to disabled veterans and their families specifically. And whereas the DAV represents the interests of disabled veterans, their families, their widowed spouses, and their orphans before the federal government, as well as state and local governments. And whereas the DAV has fought tirelessly for equal access to critical VA caregiver benefits and services for severely disabled veterans of all generations, resulting in legislation enacted to expand eligibility to those injured prior to September 11, 2001, as a part of the VA Mission Act. And whereas the DAV fights for providing equitable benefits and services for women and minority veterans, and to improve veterans' mental health care and suicide prevention efforts. And whereas the DAV, Department of Ohio, and the 4 DAV chapters in the greater Hamilton County area demonstrate their unending commitment to ill and injured veterans of all generations in conflict. Whereas Henry County, Ohio is proud to honor the members of the Disabled American Veterans, and now therefore, the Henry County Board of County Commissioners do hereby proclaim September 25, 2020 as Disabled American Veterans Day in Henry County and commend its observances to all citizens. Wonderful.
Good.
It's a great thing.
Yep.
Is Brenda here? Yeah, why don't we have Brenda in the picture, since he's our VA officer?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not. Julia.
Oh, get Julie in here then. We got somebody somebody representing the veterans.
Penny's coming Thursday.
Yeah, I
To
saw that.
talk about the reopening, or not. Obviously, we're not yet.
I didn't see anything that the governor has changed anything yet, has he, or did I miss it?
No, did I send you both a link to the presentation that Penny attended? Okay, I'll send you the link. I've got it up here in the meeting room. It's pretty extensive what they have to do.
Oh, to reopen?
Record tracking
Yeah.
and all sorts of stuff.
What do you mean?
Yeah. You are the...
Hey, Julie,
Get over there. Where am I going?
around here.
We have to social distance now, you know.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
Oh, I should. Are you serious?
It's gonna
Just
be
don't breathe. Just hold your breath the whole time.
Just Christie's there. I haven't heard it put that way for a while.
Yeah.
No. I'm not talking as much either. Fancy.
I noticed now you'll be able to sneak around here.
I know, you can tell me what a trick.
Oh, you can hear from Brent's office back here.
Mhm.
I know.
Did you haul tomatoes yesterday?
No, I was at NOPAC all day until noon. And by that time, he called me and said, "We sent your load." I said, "That's fine." I had told him I probably wouldn't be able to make it.
Things are gonna ripen this week.
Yeah, with this weather, they're gonna take
Isn't that
off.
right now?
We stopped for 3 days.
You know my glasses are gonna fall.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sounds like my life. Do you like to drive through the roundabouts?
Do I?
You know the roundabouts, where you go around the circle?
Oh, my God.
No.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Here.
All right, what do I need to do? Just smile.
Yes.
Yes, smile.
Make your eyes look like you're
I'm
smiling.
starting over.
Ready?
I'll take a couple of stripes there. Come on. Come on, Mary Lou.
Yeah.
She can't see it.
I'm not gonna comment on that one. Okay.
Got it.
You don't do that too? I'll send you the picture of that, or you can take that actually.
Finger shaper. Brett will probably see her next Monday.
Well, she wanted to have that paper.
I found these are the ones that workers' comp sent out, and they got some little things on them, you can adjust them.
Oh.
You just pull, if it's not tight enough, you can. Yeah.
Are those cotton ones?
Those are those cotton ones they're from the workers' comp. They had them at the bus the other day, and I drove a bus the other day, and so I picked one up. Yeah. I got 3 ones where to break in.
I've been incognito for 12 years.
So much for that?
We found her.
Yeah.
How are you gonna handle the thing?
Anyway,
How are you gonna handle that thing?
yeah. Stay home, hide, think of him.
Do you want me to text you the picture, or do you want me to email it?
Why don't you email it?
Thanks, Julie.
There you go.
Okay, Christie, do you have anything else for us?
I don't believe so.
Thursday, we have Penny.
With Ally and Cameron.
Okay, do you know what that is? No?
She just, she comes once a year to,
Renewal meeting, yeah.
it's not, I don't even know if she's talking about renewal, it's just kind of a,
Is,
It's usually when she buys us lunch.
Cameron, did Corsa raise what they're paying, the agents?
Yes, last year already.
Did they?
Or, I think it was effective this year, yes, it is,
Is
yeah.
it $10,000 now?
It was a percentage, it worked on the percentage.
Okay.
It went from, I don't know, raised it like 2%, I think.
So in a conversation, we had, I think it was when Lisa was still here, about how there was no help from King Renewal Time. That, so I started talking to Brownlee, and also, Dave Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
And, he said, and they both said that, it's all over the board, all 88, all the counties that are in Corsa, their agents handle it different.
Yeah,
Some of the
oh,
agents
sure,
do it
yeah.
all, and some do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron's much better than Chris.
Mhm. Well, when Lisa was here, he had assigned an individual to help, and there was no help. So I said, I'm concerned, what are you paying these guys? And the average was around $6,000 a year,
Yeah,
for basically doing nothing.
yeah, yeah,
Which was, I thought was pretty good.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yep,
John had said, and so did Dave, he said that we've been bantering around, maybe raising it to $10,000 a year. And saying this is, and saying more of what the expectation is.
yes. You know, they didn't, it was at last year's meeting when I was there, and, they didn't say anything about $10,000, but they raised the percentage. It was like at 6%, and it went to 8% of, I don't know what that is, if maybe that is of your premium or something like that, but, and he said they hadn't done it basically since they began this thing. They'd always been working for the same thing, so.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to help us with this renewal then?
Some counties, they do it all,
They do it all?
and then, like you said, some counties don't get hardly any help. Cameron he came in the other day, and we went over some equipment he was trying to clean up from, like they can put more, blankets down for, like, say, all the sheriff's department guns, or instead of listing each single thing, which will make it a lot cleaner and a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. Who did that? Who came in with that?
Cameron.
Cameron did? Oh, did it? Okay.
Jay, I think we did something afternoon for that,
Oh, okay.
so.
And I assume the sheriff's office then has a list of what the deputies carry by serial number.
That's probably I'm assuming that's what they provide to Anna once a year, or what they used to provide for
Yeah.
Kathy for, equipment.
That would be something too. Because it would be important that a deputy loses their sidearm, which can happen.
Oh, yeah,
It
it
can
can happen.
In a scuffle, it can be taken, all of a sudden it's out of their holster.
Yeah, yeah.
And.
Well, you know, there was
Years.
was it about a year ago, a state trooper, kid shot himself with his service weapon.
Yeah.
Kid was playing with it and shot himself, killed him.
I'm sure that, because I think it's anything over $50, that they give her the detail.
Yeah, because those are probably $500-600. I don't know if they're $6 now, or, is that what, Uniform Secret Service carry?
6 hour, yeah. That's what they're about, they're probably more now, I don't know, $800 a piece or something like that.
Yeah, they're.
What kind of weapon is it?
SIG, S-I-G,
Oh,
S-A-U, uppercase S-A-U-R. It's a brand.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a brand, you know, like.
okay, so the 6 hour, I'm like,
Like a Smith & Wesson brand, you know.
oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yes, isn't that, on weapon of choice at FBI also? No.
I'm not sure on that.
Do you guys have to qualify every year? Was it
Monthly.
monthly?
Yeah.
No kidding.
A lot of money on ammunition.
No shit.
Did you
Well,
Did you want to?
he's not gonna answer that one.
No comment on the record.
That might be a side conversation. Yeah. Okay, Bob, do you have anything?
No, other than that, we spent yesterday, picking a new executive director. We had 5 interviews. Out of the 5, we had actually 3 very good ones. We chose one of those, before we left there yesterday. Tentatively, if that person, says yes or no, made an offer, for the amount that we would pay them, and so, we think that job's done. The next thing that'll come up over there now is they also have to hire a finance director, because she is also retiring, but executive director does that job, so the board doesn't have to do it. We only hire the executive director, so.
How long is she there for?
Deb Gherkin was her
No, I mean, when is she done?
the end of the year, pretty much the end of the year. Maybe even earlier, because she's got a lot of vacation time yet, and she wanted to extend it to, I can't tell you. She asked, and I don't care how long you know. But she had a lot of vacation time she was gonna use up too, so.
Well, that'd be nice if you could take vacation and come back and.
Yeah,
Because
it'll help
like,
out, yeah.
sometimes it gives them a chance to
Yeah.
get on their own and then they can ask
Yeah,
questions.
yeah. So, that was pretty much my day yesterday. I spent most of the day over there. Other than that, I have nothing.
No, that makes for a long day, even though it's
Yeah.
a half day.
Yeah, even though it's a half day, it was, where you ask the questions and, and like I say, some of them were very interesting. A couple of them were not, but, and then we had one of the interviewers was via telephone. She was in her office at her other job, and she was on the phone, I thought. But the company she works for is a large contributor to community action, so.
Well, maybe she was on break, let's hope that.
No, she.
5-hour break.
5-hour break. She said, I have to be here in case they need something, so, but she goes, I told them, don't bother me if you don't have to. And every once in a while, you could hear somebody come in and then her phone would go dead,
Well, it's tough getting, people to volunteer to do.
Yeah.
Getting good ones.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
Not that I can think of right now, no.
Jeff?
I've got 2 meetings tomorrow and one on Thursday. Senior Center Zoom meeting in the morning.
Okay.
I'm sure the topic of discussion will be setting a date to reopen. I would think there's gonna be some discussion on that.
At least talk about that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we'll hear the same thing, I think, from Penny on Thursday when she comes here.
Okay.
Okay. Transportation meeting I got tomorrow afternoon. That's in person over here.
Okay.
And then Thursday is a good one for the healthcare,
Big one, yeah.
I think they'll decide on the percentage of the
That-
increase.
Oh, okay.
That's tomorrow already, or
Thursday.
Thursday already. I didn't think it was gonna be until
Yeah.
a couple weeks.
That's good.
First part of October.
Is that gonna be,
It's a Zoom.
it's a Zoom? Okay.
Yeah, so it's the General Assembly.
It might be a couple times, Jeff, though. She's like telling me a couple times, didn't it?
Well, yeah, this. And then the General Assembly. It was this one.
That we had.
Give you an idea.
Give you an idea, yeah.
So
you skipped
people
over.
could hear would know what the board was going to be dealing with. And then, the board will come back with their recommendations to the General Assembly to ratify.
I think they're gearing people more towards using Activate all the time. Do you think they would ever say, hey, maybe use this and not go to your regular access?
You can.
Well, I know you can, but do you
I don't know,
think they require?
it would cease, it would,
I don't know.
it
I just-
become, yeah, you become a different kind of
Yeah, then you come to something different, yeah, I don't know what yeah,
Well, I mean, if they raised, like, say, they're, you know how they negotiate prices with doctors, because
Yeah.
they raise it so high, but, like, the urgent care, you know, they're raising those, if they would raise the co-pays,
yeah,
then it would push people more towards going there. Not saying I'm in favor of that, but
yeah.
I just wonder if that's kind of what they're gearing
You know,
up.
what's hurting is what they talked about so far this year, $8 million
Yeah.
claims with 23 people,
Yeah,
and one claim, 2.3 million.
yeah, that,
That will kill you.
I did ask,
that's-
Melissa, that I worked with in physical JFS, they use Zubco,
Uh-huh.
and she, if I can find it, can tell you what it was. She said it wasn't going up too much.
I think 2%.
2%?
It was going up 2%.
Yeah, she said it wasn't too much, but it was,
That's what they said at someplace, because I heard 2%.
for single, it's, $67.50 a month. And family, it's $178.23, that includes dental and vision.
Oh,
And then their deductibles are,
those are HSAs and those are
they're
deductible.
HSA,
Oh, they are deductible.
yeah, they do have HSA, and it says, she said, families 89 to pay, they get $2,050 in their HSA for family. I don't know what the single is. That's Zubco. That's through, is that through CCAO?
Yeah. Yeah,
We've never had that,
no,
okay.
that's still fairly, basically, as history goes, that's fairly new, I think, isn't it? I mean, it hasn't been around.
No, it hasn't been around very long.
I'm not sure if it was wrong when I first started, or they started it about, yeah,
Maybe not
I
have
don't,
been.
yeah, I don't know when
I was
Sevco
thinking
started.
that when I was over there that we had it.
Did you?
I'm not
Okay.
positive,
You know, the risk sharing authority's been around for a long time.
Risk sharing authority, that started back when my dad was a township trustee in the eighties. And then because private companies said, we are not gonna insure government entities because you're impossible to insure, so then the Township Association has OTARMA, Ohio Township Association Risk Sharing Authority, and we have CORSA, counties.
Also, they have different,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the schools have one, I think they have the same thing, I think. Schools and,
Yeah, we're kind of, commissioners were kind of the leaders on this, step out and.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can remember Dad coming home that time and saying, wow, we're gonna be screwed here, we can't get insurance, for the county, or for the townships anymore. He said they won't insure us, so, and that's when the Township Association and the Commissioners Association did that, started that.
Yeah, and when that started, our commissioners at the time got on board and.
Yeah, we were one of the first 9 to start CORSA, the 9 originals. So that, and that was back in the 80s, I think, wasn't it? I think it's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's been good for us, but again, since we're really talking about health insurance, it's important. Northern Buckeye, moving to that was a huge benefit to us, let alone
Yes.
just having access to Activate. That
Activate,
in
yes.
itself.
Yeah.
I think that, like I said before, when we were going through the initial budget, is that, like any vendor, we just need to see what's going on
Yeah,
in the outside market.
in the outside market, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I hate to lose that advantage of I don't use it, but I know a lot of people do, you know, a lot of our employees do use
Blood
it.
work, that's why I
Yeah.
don't use it very much.
Yeah, that's how I go over there for blood
Yeah.
work.
That's all, I mean.
And I
savings, though.
don't understand if for sure, you know, since, we haven't really been interested in Semco, is I'm thinking this is all, each one, Fulton County's is a custom plan to Fulton County, you know, back like Borma.
Oh, yeah?
I'm thinking it that way. I don't know.
I don't really know.
So, probably have some,
We'd have to study it out and see what they
Yeah.
actually have
you
to.
know,
And we can ask for a quote from them, I mean, sometime. But if you wanna change next year, you just ask for the quote now already, or the plans, you know. That takes a year to do that.
yeah, it may be 2 years. Say we decide to change, it may be 2 years before we can.
We can change, yeah, because we'd have to pay out and then we'd still have to, you know, eat what's your payout, you got
Run out claim.
year runout claims, yeah. But when we came from Borma to Northern Buckeye, we saved them enough money to pay those runout claims, and it was actually a pretty good deal for us.
And pay our
And-
required amount into the reserve.
To reserve, to get into,
That was 400,000.
yeah.
Deactivate.
You know, to get into.
To the reserve.
Into the reserve.
Do we have to pay something per every person to get
To
it
get it
activated?
activated? No, see, Northern Buckeye joined Activate, and that they paid for that, and actually Northern Buckeye pays for that.
So Activate is not part of Northern Buckeye?
No.
then?
They are a separate organization.
That's a separate organization.
And they're a subsidiary of a larger organization that does this type of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they accept other people then too then?
Oh, yeah, anybody can join
They,
it.
we're providing health care out at the juvenile detention center. But if apparently we've had a run this year on children with juvenile diabetes,
Oh, yeah.
and Activate said they were not interested in treating children with diabetes. They would, but it was either $150,000 a year more to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So any children that come into county custody of the 4 counties go to Wood County Juvenile, because they do have people over there that know how to treat juveniles with that.
And I saw someone on Facebook had posted, for their insulin, they told how much it was before Trump and then after. And it was like a quarter of the price, but he must have gotten some from Lord.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Every diabetic isn't on insulin.
True.
Typically start out, pills,
Pills.
metformin,
yeah.
which is generic, and, you know, you're looking, depending on, I don't know what Walmart's generic price is now for 90 days, still, for a maintenance drug, that's pretty cheap. And there's a number of those. Then there's the latest generation that's $11 to $15 a day, if you buy it here in the United States.
Medicine, pills, or,
It's back to, if you buy it through foreign pharmacies, it's more like $2 a day.
Wow. That's why we gotta do something in this country with our drug prices. As long as we let them go nuts, these drug companies are making money. That's what we're having.
yeah, that's just making money.
Huge amount of
Yeah.
money.
And people that work, you know, let's, you want to adjourn?
Yeah, I just have, all I have is,
Yeah.
we've got a water quality task force meeting, I
Yes.
think it's at 3,
3 or 3:30, yeah.
Something like that.
I
It
guess.
shouldn't last too long. With that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I will make that motion.
Have a second.
Okay, Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Bob Hunter?
Yes.
Bob Miller?
Yes. We're good at 10:30 a.m.